How you doing? This is Dan, the Furniture Repair Man, and we're working today on this table right here. And we're going to show you where we're going to work on is this edge right here. The family pet ate it up pretty good. And then what happened is we had somebody go in and maybe try to do a little bit of a repair in there and wasn't too successful. So they say the sign of a good craftsman is his ability to fix his own mistakes. Well, I'm telling you, the sign of a great craftsman is his ability to fix other people's mistakes. So we're going to use our friend Mr. Bondo today. We're going to lay down some. This is bamboo, so this isn't a real easy material to work with. But we're going to have to shape it in so that we can get all these little curves right back in there the way we want them. And then we're going to color it in, and it's going to be like Fido never chewed on it. We're about to apply our Bondo here. You can see underneath here we're missing quite a bit of material. I'm just stirring in my hardener right now. You don't need too much hardener, just enough to activate it. And we're going to use a little piece of tape, the back side of a piece of painter's tape, because we're going to need to create a round edge here. Now, the trick to doing a lot of this stuff is learning the cheats, learning how to hack your way to a solution. I couldn't draw a stick man with a ruler and a pencil, but I can accomplish a lot of this stuff because I look at it and I see a shortcut, or I see some way that I can do it and figure out how to get there. So you don't have to have artistic ability. You don't have to have good drawing skills. I don't have any of those things. What I'm good at is just figuring out how to make a little tool or turn something into a tool that's going to get me to where I want to go. So right now I'm going to have to create a little bit of a roundness. And I'm not going to sit here like Michelangelo or one of those guys and try to carve a perfectly round piece because I'm not capable of it. What I can do is use tools very well. So if I don't have a tool to make something round, I'm going to make a tool to make something round. So just a piece of painter's tape, both sides taped up. I'm just going to take it, I'm just going to use it to shape like that. And that's going to help round it off for me. And as this sets up, as it firms up, it's going to give me a rounder and rounder spot. Right now it's pretty loose. And I'm right there. So I'm pretty round right there. And I'm going to grab another piece. I'm going to let that sit right there. I'm going to come over here. Now I know I'm a little shy right here, but I'm going to go more than one coat of this stuff. We're going to start pulling our tape off real gently. Hopefully it doesn't peel off too much of our Bondo. There we go. So, not too bad of a shape. Let's see how we did on this side here. Okay, so we're looking a lot better than we were. We're not looking perfect, but we're looking better. We have some Bondo down here at the bottom. Just going to use our trusty utility knife. And this is how strong this stuff is. This will not cut easy. So, if you're worried about it having enough integrity, just watch me try to cut this off and you'll see how strong this is. Nice and strong. Now, I'm going to do another coat of Bondo, but before that, I want to get a good shape. Just a regular piece of sandpaper, belt sander sandpaper, nice and strong. It's real good for carving this. And when I'm working it with a nice round motion like that, that's going to, you can see where I'm sanding, which means I'm strong there. And where I'm not sanding, that means I need to get more material right there. I'm right here on the edge. So I'm just going to take my knife like this, and I'm going to work my edges back and carve myself in, just like that. Nothing too complicated. But as far as strength goes, you can see the knife, it's grabbing, it's dragging, it's nice, strong material. And then I'm going to turn it on its side like that, and I'm going to work that edge a little bit. And then what we're going to do is another coat of Bondo, and we're going to be in good shape. Now we're on the other side, and we always had one rule, was if you're going to eyeball something, you got to get your eyes down there. So I'm going to do the bottom like this. I'm going to get my eyes on the bottom. I'm going to cut this out of the way. I'm going to use my sandpaper coat of Bondo here, and you can see where we sanded. Where it's dark, that means we need material. And I got to create this nice line right here. So what I did is I wrapped a piece of tape around, and I'm going to feed my Bondo right to that. But I also got to create this little bit of a flange right there. And I'm going to show you how we're going to squeeze a little extra material out all the way around. So we're going to get some Bondo on that tape all the way around, because we're going to want to create that flange every place. We're going to put extra Bondo to make sure we fill in all of our extra. Now, we take our tape tool, very scientific tool we got here. Smooth out this Bondo a little bit, like that. Now, my tape is right about there. So, I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to use it to squeeze a little extra tape, a little extra Bondo right out. I'm going to keep working it right up to the edge of my tape, just about right there. So, I know that's the edge of my groove. Then if I want, I could take my finger, I can go a little heavier right there, right on the edge. Fill it right in. So now I'm a little bit thicker, and what I'll be able to do is a little bit of sandpaper, create that little bit of a flange right there, and then I'll pull my tape off here, and that'll leave me my nice sharp edge. I'm going to take this guy right here. We're going to loosen that up. Hopefully that gives us a nice clean line. So we're losing a little, but here's our clean line like that. Now I'm going to take this off here, very gently, try not to pull any off. Got a little right there that popped up on me. I could actually use a little Bondo to put that back down, next coat, or I could just pop it off. But here we go right here. You can see we have a nice look right here now. We're almost perfectly round. And once we get this perfectly round, we're going to feed that into that. We're going to use the same technique, just backwards. Go from this way to that way. Okay, now our tape's off right here, and we've got a nice foundation to work with. We broke a little bit on the flange right there, but we're going to do a little bit of sanding right here. Here we are back again, and we've got our one side taped off to protect our flange. And I'm going to start working on the other side right there. So I got my Bondo, I'm mixing it up. I'm going to mix it up real quick and apply it, and then it's the same old, same old. It's a little piece of tape. It's letting a little bit squeeze out on the side. And then after that, a few minutes to dry, and it's on to this next step of sanding. Okay, we're back. And right now what you can see I have set up right there is I'm using my tape to protect my rounded areas, and I'm going to build my flange. I took a little piece of wire and just wrapped it around the inside right there, and that's just going to save me a lot of sanding and everything else, and it's going to give me something to run my Bondo right up against. There we are right there. Real careful. Come right over here to this side. If I need to, I'm going to cut my Bondo a little. So I don't want to break it. I want to leave enough on there so I could sculpt it in and work with it. Okay. Now my tape's out of the way. This is going to be the same exact technique. I'm going to have to round this and make it look just like the other ones on there, but it needs to be round.
We're done with the Bondo part of our repair. We have to do a little bit more sanding right here where I'm pointing to on the knuckle part. Just kind of shape it in, a little bit of 80 grit, maybe 150 grit, make it look like the rest of the knuckles on the piece. I don't have time to show you how I did the touch up. It was just simple colors, a little red, little brown, little black, but here it is right here. It's a little shiny right now. It's a little wet yet, hasn't cured in yet. But you can see the knuckle to the right of it. It looks like it blends right into that piece. and I think this came out just fine. The customer was very happy with it. They couldn't find the repair. They asked me to point it out to them, and it actually took me a few minutes to find where the actual repair was compared to the other parts of the cross pieces. If you have any comments or questions, put them below. I'll try to get back to you on them. We will be putting up other videos on touch up and color. We use a lot of Mohawk products. We'll put links in there on different videos so you can see how we go about getting that final color in there. Thank you so much for watching. This is Dan, the Furniture Repair Man. Feel free to check us out on our website, danthefurniturerepairman.com, Google, Yelp, all those things. You all have a good day. Thank you.